This book is called Turtle Watch by Xavier Pirata, Nailish Mystery. Tara and Hero's son were friends. Hero's son showed Taro how to feed crabs with pieces of rotten fish. He taught him how to dive for beautiful sponges when the sea was rough for swimming. He trained him to sit very still and watch the seahorses swim around the seaweed into the deeper rocks. Taro's sister, Yuko, didn't like Hero's son very much. "He's weird," she said. "Last year my friend saw him sweeping the beach with a broom." "No, he's not," said Taro. "He's old and wise and full of wonderful secrets." One day, Taro found Hero's son sitting on a big rock. "What are you doing?" he asked. "I'm listening," said Hero's son. "The wind is bringing me a message." Taro sat on the rock and listened, but all he could hear was the seagulls crying. "Ah," said Hero's son. "At last. Now I understand. My old friends are coming." "Who are your old friends?" asked Taro. "You'll see," said Hero's son. Next day, Hero's son brought 2 brooms and handed one to Taro for sweeping the beach. He said, "For sweeping the beach." Taro's heart sank. Yuko was right. After all, Hero's son was weird. "There's a lot of rubbish and broken glass on the beach," Hero's son explained. "My friends won't come if there is broken glass. They know they'll get hurt." They collected the rubbish and put them in Hero's son's old cart. And soon the beach was clear, and then it had been all summer. Hero's son looked pleased. "Meet me by the big rock tonight," he told Taro. Taro ate his supper fast. As fast as he could. "You seem to be in a hurry," said his mother. "I am," said Taro. "Hero's son's old friends are coming." "Who are they?" his mother wanted to know. "It's a secret, Taro." "What kind of secret?" Yuko asked. Taro didn't answer. He washed his hands and went out to find Hero's son. "Look," said the old man, pointing out to sea. "Taro saw a school of dolphins riding the waves." "Are they your old friends?" he asked. "No," said Hero's son. "Perhaps they will come tomorrow night." Taro waited patiently all next day. In the evening, he met Hero's son again. This time, the old man brought his old boat out of the shed. Hero's son picked up the oars and they pushed out to sea. After a while, the old man said, "We've got company." And Taro watched the amazement as a huge whale flickered her tail up out of the water. She had a young one swimming beside her. Are they your old friends?" And Taro asked. "They're my friends," said Hero's son, "but they're not old friends. I meant, maybe they will come tomorrow." The The next evening, Hiro-san was in his boat again. Where are we going? Taro wanted to know. Over there, said Hiro-san. He rowed to a secret cove, a little dome cove on the little island. There, Taro saw 3 large fishes with swords for snouts. Are they your old friends? Taro asked. All fish are my friends, said Hiro-san, but these aren't my old friends. They seem to be late this year. Perhaps they're not coming at all. Don't be sad, Taro asked. Perhaps they'll get here tomorrow. Do you want to come and wait for Hiro-san's old friends? Taro asked Yuko after supper the next day. Yuko wasn't doing anything, so she followed Taro to the big rock, kicking the sand as she went. Shh, said Hiro-san. I think they're here at last. Yuko and Taro saw a dark shape moving towards the shore. It was a huge and bobbed. It was huge and bobbed up and down on the water like an enormous cork. At last, the children could see what it was. A turtle. She's coming to lay her eggs on our beach, said Hiro-san proudly. The turtle scrambled ashore and started digging with her flippers. Almost 100 round, creamy-colored eggs in the nest. And then she filled the hole with her hind flippers and flung more sand over it with her front flippers and hurried back to the sea. She's going to tell the others, said Hiro-san. What is she going to tell them, said Yuko. That the beach is safe, said Taro happily. The next evening, Yuko came to the beach with a new broom. Can I help sweep the sand? She asked. Of course, said Hiro-san. The more of us there are, the safer the beach will be for the turtles. The 3 friends swept up all the litter and dropped by the holiday makers during the day. Then they sat on the rocks and watched more turtles coming ashore. There were lots of them, all huge and old and wise, just like Hiro-san. Now, Hiro-san, said Hiro-san, you must be patient and wait till you hear from me again. Eight weeks later, Hiro-san told the children to meet him at dusk. Sit on the rocks, please, he said, and watch the ground. The children looked and waited for what seemed to be like hours. As the moon rose, they saw something moving under the sand, something small and fast and eager. It's a baby turtle, cried Taro. The eggs have hatched. Soon the beach was full of baby turtles. There were hundreds of them scuttling down to the sea. The children couldn't believe their eyes. Hiro-san is not crazy after all, is he? Taro whispered to Yuko. No, said Yuko. He is old and wise and full of wonderful secrets.
A about sea turtles. Hiro-san's old friends are loggerhead turtles, one of 7 different kinds of turtles living in the sea. Although turtles are born on dry land and breathe air, they spend most of their lives swimming in the warm oceans, feeding on seagrasses, crabs, shrimps, and shells. Like tortoises and terrapins, they have bodies that are protected by armor made of bones and horny shell. When the weather is warm, loggerhead turtles migrate to shallow water to mate, and the females come ashore at night to lay their eggs on sandy beaches, using the same places that have been used for centuries. Each female digs a bucket-sized pit with her flippers. Her eggs, 100 or more, have leathery shells so they will not break as they plop into the nest. She covers the nest with sand to hide it from greedy creatures such as lizards. The mother turtle cannot survive long on land, so she goes back to the sea and takes no further care of her family. After 2 months, the eggs hatch, and baby turtles push their way up to the surface of the sand and scurry down to the water. They usually go by night, for by day, seabirds and other enemies might catch them. Once in the sea, they can live for over 50 years. Except for large sharks, adult sea turtles do not have many enemies, but some human beings like to eat turtle meat and to make things out of their shells, and turtles sometimes get caught in fishing nets. People also like to build hotels and spend holidays on the beaches where turtles lay their eggs, so in those places, turtles have become very rare. Conservationists are trying to help protect turtles and their breeding grounds. Thank you, Zoe, for reading that.